in so many different ways, looking through that smoking mirror and being able to understand who we are, not only in the present but in the past as well. Using our critical thinking and analysis that we learn here at institutions of higher learning so that we can move forward into the future with pride and with dignity. And I also want to be able to acknowledge all the young women out here and all the ladies and all the young children that are at the center. And we want to make sure that there is a lot of people out there also in solidarity. So let us hear you with a good round of applause. Let's hear you. Con fuerzas y con ganas. ¿Dónde está el pueblo? ¿Dónde está el pueblo? Where is the community? Where is the community? And ladies and gentlemen, if you can please look around to your left, to your right, all the way around you, ladies and gentlemen. The people that are here are obviously in solidarity here with you. We're not alone, and that's something important, ladies and gentlemen, because many times when we go out to a certain demonstration, whether it's a political demonstration or educational or cultural one, sometimes it feels like we're solo warriors. And in so many different ways, understand, ladies and gentlemen, you might not even realize it, but there are some people here we still don't know, and that's our opportunity to be able to get to know people and continue our bridges of communications. Understand that, ladies and gentlemen, it's very important that we continue to broaden our bridges of communication, not just within our own community, but also outside communities. And that in itself is Zapatismo. And those 43 young college students who perished, you know, out there demonstrating, that could have been any single one of us. That could have been any one of us, ladies and gentlemen. You know, that could have been any one of our children. That could have been any one of your classmates. That could have been one of your professors, ladies and gentlemen. You need to be able to understand that it is certain events such as these that unfortunately we have to come together because of the death of 43 college students. Rather than coming together for a victory and a success, we have to commemorate an anniversary of 43 young men who passed away, who were not only just tortured, but ladies and gentlemen, they were burned to death. Many of their bodies were just completely disintegrated. And this is not only shows you the corruption that exists not only in the government, but also in that drug cartel that exists in Mexico. And ladies and gentlemen, I know that a lot of music out there, you know, it reinforces that negative self-fulfilling prophecy that we must be gangsters, that we must be narcos and whatnot. And ladies and gentlemen, why can't we take pride for having the nopal on our frente, you know? Why can't we take pride because we got frijoles up here, you know, on our frente? Whatever it is, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's very important that we understand who we are and where we come from. And in so many different ways. We are Danza Mexica Cuauhtémoc, and we are a political group. We're not a folklorico in any way whatsoever. Our objective is to use danza as a tool, and so many different ways a tool could be used to empower, to enrich. And it is an honor to be here again one more time for another event, because Boche and I are also alumni, not only from Mecha, but also from Cal State University Northridge. So it is an honor to always represent CSUN and the Chicano Studies Department.
I'm a Chicano with an X. Not because I admire the Latin alphabet or think it's appropriate, but because it's indigenous. Because it's encoded in my genetics. Not the letter, but the memory of our ancestors. The memory of the murderous invader. The memory of the most beautiful of flowers. In Xochi, the most eloquent of songs. In Cuica, there, where the eagle spirit shines and the jaguars growl, stands the X in Olin, stands the X in Mexica, stands the X in Mexico, Mexico o Mexico Tenochtitlan, Mexicano o Mexicano Chicome. I'm a Chicano with an X. Not because I admire the Latin alphabet or think it's appropriate, but because it's indigenous. Because it's your ancient gift. It's the nopalito on your forehead. The elote, not the cornbread. The X is your almond eyes. The X is why you're wise. The X is sacred mathematics. The X is anti-satanic. The X is when the sun eclipses the Milky Way. The X is more fire to Turkey Day. The X is the hottest chile and the molcajete. The X is all that is sacred in el número 13. The X is the hummingbird and the nightingale. The X is all that's indigenous in a two-man cell. The X is the Molcashit in Ahuacat. The X is Chichen Itza on the spring equinox. The X was when the Hopi ran with water to La Gran Tenochtitlan. The X was the Mexica running back with fire to Hopi land. The X is Quetzalcoatl in the Atlashinoli. The X is the moral philosophy of the Huehuetlatoli. The X is the connection between the Mohawk and the Zapatistas. The X is the serpent rising up the spines of the master teachers. It's all phonetics, but there's one thing that's no doubt. You can never, ever, never, ever run away from yourself. From yourself. From yourself.
There's a natural mystic blowing through the air.